Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are you? And let me put my headset on, and hopefully you can hear me better. And how are you? And in case this is first time you're in the class, my name is Violet Lee, and today we're going to have Master Billy Grill with us and teach the Qian style, authentic Qian style Tai Chi. At the announcement card, you probably saw the two pictures. One is me, and I was on a cruise in Egypt, and then the other one was Master Billy Grill. He was in China 2 years ago attending his teacher, also my teacher, Grandmaster Chen Zhenmei's 70th birthday. And the picture, and he had was very interesting. That was in the Tai Chi garden. It's a huge garden, and so the stone gate behind him, and actually is talking about the different level of Tai Chi skill. But a skill we can talk about that later. Let's just get it started. Bring your two arms together. Go to the front, to your right side, yourself left and front, and now go all the way around. Good, relax. And again, if this is first time you're taking this lesson, I demonstrate all the movements either at a sitting position or standing. So I will be getting up and downs, but you don't have to do that, okay? You can either sit or you can stand. Or you can get up and down or do a combination, whichever way you like. Okay, last time, go all the way around. Now reverse. Good. Yeah, well, I was talking about the Tai Chi garden, and it's really nice and big. Inside there's the family temple, the Chen family temple, and some of you probably know Chen family was the one created Tai Chi, and there was also a real nice sculpture park in their garden, and then also a Tai Chi museum, and not to mention a huge plaza there. And yeah, it's very neat. If you ever have chance to visit Chen Village or Chenjiagou, and I'm pretty sure you will be impressed. Good. And now stretch, relax, bring your two hands to yourself, and just circle your elbows, and also turning your wrists, and turn the palms in, turn the palms down. Very good. So speaking of those stone gates, and actually there are five stone gates, and each one represent a level of Tai Chi. Five Tai Chi levels, and the first level, that's where Master Billy Grill was at. Okay, I don't mean his level. His level is much higher than, but I mean where he has a picture taken. And now let's relax. Okay, gentle fist. Turn to your right side twice, then left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 2. Keep going. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop. Good. And so next one, hands facing up. Slowly bring your right hand up, left hand down, and now lean to your left side. Feel the stretch on the right side of your body. Good. And back. Now left up, right down. Feel your fingers grow to the other side. Yes. Good. Exhale. 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 Good. Relax. And the next one, and have your right arm up close to your right ear. Good. Now using your shoulder, yes, your shoulder. Move your arm forward and down. Good. So back to the stone gate. And the first level is called uh, 招手. The 招 is on the top part. It says, if you remember all the movement, however, during that stage, you could be at two different places. One is 一阴九阳棍头棒. That means if you you have one part, now reverse, one part of yin, the softness, and the 9 parts of the yang, the toughness. And then even though you know all the movements and you are just like rigid like a stick, yeah. And so that's the first part. Okay, and now 前移 side. Now your, how should I say, your left arm up. Okay, going forward and down. And the other part is okay. And even though again the movements are very well, but your 2 parts of 两阴八阳四三手. The 2 parts is softness, and the 8 parts, and now reverse, is hardness. And then at this kind of stage, and the skill level, to show up is your body is not all coordinated. It's like they're all scattered around, and so there is no cohesiveness. Good. And one more. All right, relax. Next one, gentle fist. 1, 2, and now hands facing up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pull your arms back, okay? And 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stop. Good. Now hands together, and a lot of people, West, they learn Tai Chi, and then when they remember all the movements, they think they're done. Actually, that's just the beginning of really, learning Tai Chi. And now massage your neck. Now hands down, and keep your upper body upright, and gently lower your head. Feel the stretch in the back of your neck. 1, 2, 3. Up center. Now tilt your head to right shoulder. Feel the stretch on your left side. Good. Back to center. Now tilt to your back shoulder. Good. Up center, and look at ceiling. Back to center. Look over your right shoulder. Back to center. Left shoulder. Back to center. Now we're going to circle the neck, okay? And the head down. circle to right, back, left, and down. Make sure your shoulders do not move. You circle your neck only, okay? And last time, left, back, right, and down. Now reverse, left, back, right, and down. Keep going. Last time, left, back, right, and down. Good. Now two hands together and massage your knees. Very good. Okay. And now using your hands to guide the knees outward circling. If you're sitting, pick up your heels. And then you're doing the same thing. Okay. Yeah. Okay, let's go for two more. Here's 1 and 2. And now reverse, okay? In and out, okay? And you're sitting again. Here's up. And sit up straight. Yeah, if you've been to this class and you know what I say most, right? Sit up straight. Keep your back upright. Keep your back upright. Okay, now put your feet down. And now we're going to do the lunges, front lunges. Let me demonstrate for you sideways. Your right foot in the front, left foot in the back, both feet planted on the ground, okay? You don't want to pick up the heel unless you're doing dip, but I would not recommend you do dip until you do the lunges first, okay? So you got yourself really warm up, then you do the dipping. And make sure your right knee is either above your ankle or behind. And you do downward pausing, not forward pushing. If you're sitting and bring the knee to your chest and hugging tight, yes. And sit up straight, of course. And good. Now switch. Now left foot in the front, right foot in the back. Again, you do downward pausing, okay? And you're sitting, left knee to your chest. Very good. Next one, you're standing, open your legs really wide and as wide as you can handle. And now switch your body weight to your right side. Make sure you do not turn your body like this. Body straight, square, facing the front, and you do the pausing. And if you're sitting, pick up your right foot. Using your hand, gently pressing your knee down. All right, keep going. Now switch. Again, if you're standing and shift weight to your left and do the pausing, you're sitting, pick up your left leg and do the pausing. Okay. Now, loosen up. Shake it out. Good. Last one, place your right toes in the back, using your right knee to draw a circle. Do the ankle rotation. You're sitting, pick up your right leg. Okay. And now reverse. Very good. And now switch left foot in the back. Okay. And you're sitting, pick up your left leg. And now all doing reverse, the other direction. Very good. Okay, put it down and tap on your legs a little bit and going to the back. Okay. Next, we're going to do 8 sections of brocade, 8段锦. And keep your feet about hip width apart. If you're standing, bend your knees softly and fold your hip joints slightly. So feel like you're sitting on a high stool, okay? You don't want to your butt sticking out. You don't want to tilt your pelvis forward either. And now, and round your hands to the front, hands facing your lower ab. Okay, and slowly inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last time, inhale and exhale. Now bring your hands together. Raise your arms. Look up, arms straight. And now look at screen. Move arms further back and open. Bend your knees slightly if you're standing. And once again, hands together. Flip up. Arms straight. Look up. And now look straight. Move arms back and open. 两手托天，里三焦 up and straight. Good. Both hands pushing toward the sky. Great for the health of your spine, shoulders, lower back, and the triple woman. Up, straight, and open. Good. And the next one, if you're standing, open your legs wide, but make sure your toes don't fan out like this. Bring your toes in so both feet are kind of parallel to each other. And with your knees goes out, you don't want to buckle your knees like this, okay? You want to keep your knees out. And both arms cross in front of your chest, but don't hold too tight to your chest. It's in front of your chest. You see it? Okay, good. And now slowly pull your arms apart, left elbow straight, right elbow bend. Now open your right, look at right side, arms cross and pull. Now this time right elbow straight and open, cross and pull. Make sure you keep your back upright straight when you sink your body, okay? The thing is you don't need to sink down low, but you need to keep your back upright straight. 左右开弓四射雕 Bow and arrow, this is great for the health of the heart and the lungs. Very good. Now bring feet in about hip width apart, both hands facing up, and now slowly bring your left hand up, right hand down. And notice the arms not straight, they can be softly bent. And you want to feel the stretch at the root of your palms. 掌根, or in English, that's the wrist, the inside wrist. Good. 调理脾胃虚单举 to improve the health of the stomach and spleen. We raise arm alternatively. Now both hands facing down in front of your lower abs. Open your arms, turn the palms out. Now keep your body straight and turn your head, look at back and left side, back. Now look at right, bring it back, left and back. 五劳七伤往后瞧. Turn your head like the out without turning the body. It's great for the health of liver, the digestive tract, and also help to reduce the fatigue. Good. Next one, if you're standing, open your legs wide and both hands on your thigh with 4 fingers in the front and thumb in the back. If you're sitting, bring your feet out about 45-degree angles on the side. Make sure your knee stay behind the heel, okay? And you place hands on your knees. And now everybody follow me. Lower your head to your right knee and circle to your left. Keep circling. Back to center. Settle down. Now go from left to right. Settle down. Right to left. 摇头摆尾去心火. Circling the head and tail is great to reduce the inflammation in the body. And reverse. Good. Now bring your feet in, arms up, and lower your hands and foot the palms, hands to the back by the kidneys. Now, if you're standing, keep your leg really straight as you bending forward and down. Round the hands behind the legs, touch the heels, touch the toes. Move arms to the ears, coming up. Flip the palms, hands to the back. Round the hands behind the legs. Heel, toes, ears, up. 双手攀足固肾腰. Both hands touching the feet. Great for the health of the kidneys. Very good. And last one. And up. Good. Now bring your hands down and notice, bend your thumb first. 4 fingers wrap around so you're making fist, and bring the fist to your waist. And if you're standing, you can with high stand, medium or low stand. Right fist out, and now bend your wrist and turn at a 90-degree angle and in. And open your eyes big and wide and staring at the screen or beyond. And this is called 转拳怒目, 真气力. You twist your wrist and open your eyes wide and this can increase your energy level and improve your physical strength. Good. Now push yourself up. Good. Up and down. As your heels come down, and don't use any force. Let them come down naturally, and do not use control either. Good. And last one. This is called 背后七颠百定消. Means if you're doing this 7 ups, and when it comes down, and so your body shake a little bit, and you do this, and then this can help to set up your spine correctly and dense up the bones. And you do this exercise along with 7 previous exercises, and can keep doctors away. Yeah. Okay. And I hope you enjoy this part of the class. And if you have any questions and comments, please send me messages either on Facebook, or you can email me. You can find my email address very easily from my Facebook pages. And you can comment on LinkedIn and YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch TV, wherever you are watching and attending this class, and you can definitely drop me a note there. Thank you very much for joining this morning, and now I'm going to bring Master Billy Grill to the studio, and then we will be doing some authentic Qian Tai Chi.
Morning, everyone.
Okay. Come on. What happened to my little mouse? It's not working.
All right. Good morning. Good morning, Violet.
Okay.
Good morning, everyone.
Hi, Billy.
How are you doing?
Your screen is dark. I don't know what's going on. Okay. Good. And I think that there probably some problem on my computer. There's a serious delay. Okay, now I see you. Yeah, I think it's my computer problem. But there are so many factors affect the quality of the lesson. And sorry, everyone. So good morning, Billy.
All right. Let's go ahead and get started. So as usual, we're going to start off with a little bit of silk reeling. Okay. So for this one, first, start with that good Tai Chi posture. And as usual, we want to make sure that our body is relaxed. We want to get rid of any excess tension in our bodies. So that means don't lock out any joints. When you lock a joint, almost immediately that involves having a little bit too much tension with the muscles. So we want to let our knees sink slightly. We want to let our tailbone sink down, the lower back straighten slightly. We want to let our shoulders sink down, the arms hang loosely. We want our head to be balanced above the neck. So let your eyes gaze forward. Imagine staring off 1,000 miles off into the distance. And we want to have a soft focus. So don't get tunnel vision, focus on one thing. Try to see everything in your field of vision equally. So from the front all the way out to your peripheral vision, see out to the sides. And while your eyes are focusing on the whole field of vision in front of you, let your ears focus behind you. So pick a point 4 feet or so behind you, and let your ears direct their attention in that direction. So we balance the attention of the mind as well as balancing the body. Put the tip of the tongue lightly against the roof of the mouth. Let your teeth touch together lightly. Let your lips touch together lightly. And we want to breathe smoothly, slowly, deeply, in and out through your nose. So take a few slow, deep breaths. Let the mind calm down and slow down. And with each exhale, release a little more of the tension in your body. Okay? So we begin. Sink to your left. Step out to your right. Bring your hands, both hands up. Now we're going to turn left. Shift right. Turn right. Shift left. Turn left. We want to let our weight shift smoothly. Let the arms circle effortlessly, smoothly, flowingly. And breathe naturally. Don't focus on any particular pattern. Just make sure that you're breathing deeply. Fill your lungs about 80% on the inhale. Empty the lungs about 80% on the exhale. Now, watch this transition. It'll come into play later on in the lessons. Both hands drop down to the back together. Then the hand furthest back, in this case the left hand, will remain there. The right hand continues forward. The right foot opens. Then we stretch out and then pull in and step forward. Up, down. Lift and let the foot go out to the side. Drop. Good. And close. And then return to the center. Okay. Now this time, again, take a few moments to settle into a good Tai Chi posture. Relax. Breathe slowly, smoothly, deeply. Let your mind calm down. Let your body relax. And then this time we begin by shifting our weight to the right. We step out to the left, bring the hands up, and circle right, shift left, turn left. Shift right, turn right. Moving slowly, smoothly, continuously. We want to polish our movements. As we move, we're working on rubbing away all the rough edges to make the movement smoother, more fluid. Good, continue. And then again, the same transition we can do on the opposite side. So when the arms are to the back, they pause there. In this case, the right arm stays back. As the left arm continues forward, open the left foot, stretch forward, and then pull up. Sink down. Lift, drop, and close. Okay. We're going to repeat that same movement again, but this time we're going to change the direction. So I'm going to step out to the side here. Okay, I'm going to bring my arms up to the right again, and then circle left, circle right. So this is essentially just a Peng Liu silk reeling that we've done before. As we come forward, we want to be Peng. So arm rounded, armpits open, everything rounded, feeling of expanding outward. And then when we go back, this is the Liu, the roll back, in this case an upward roll back. And we're redirecting force off to the side, diverting it around us. So we come forward into Peng, back into Liu. Again, we want our movements to be smooth. When we practice our silk reeling, we want to practice moving silky smooth. Explore, find the little areas where you have a little friction. Maybe your joints click a little bit or become stiff. So you want to find those places and work on making the movements smoother, more fluid. Try not to have any stutters, no friction. Coordinate the whole body to work together. Good. And now the transition, sing it from facing forward. Open the front foot slightly, stretch the front hand forward. Then imagine reaching out to grab onto something. Hold it and pull the rest of your body forward, up. Make a loose fist, drop down. Then lift up, and then off to the side, so the feet are across from each other. And then closing. Good. And then let's do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to open our right foot, sink our weight to the right, step out with the left, bring the hands up, circle back, and forward. Shift back, turn back. Shift forward, turn forward. Let your eyes follow your hands. At the bottom, your eyes still follow your hands, but don't let your head tilt down to look at them. Use your peripheral vision. So this helps ensure that as we circle the arms, we're also turning with the waist. Shift and turn. Shift and turn. And remember to not let your structure collapse. When we shift forward, come forward into the Peng, it's easy to keep the front arm open. The back arm, sometimes we let the elbow come too close to the body and we lose this space here. So we want to keep that armpit open. Keep that fist's worth of space under the arm. And then at the top, as we come around here, we have to worry about the front arm. Sometimes as it goes back, we let this collapse against us. Okay, so we want to make sure we keep the space here as we turn. And a big part of that is to remember to turn the body. If you only move the arms, we naturally begin to collapse. But if we turn the body, we keep that space open. So Peng energy is perhaps the most important of all of the energies in Tai Chi. If you don't have the Peng quality, it's hard to have any of the others. And then again, the transition, as we turn, we leave the right hand back. The left hand comes forward, the left foot opens. We stretch forward, reach out as though grabbing onto something, and pull ourselves forward. Step up. Sink down. Lift. Drop. Good. And when we drop, don't shift our weight to the leg. Keep our weight more on the other leg to support us. And then closing. And shake out your arms and legs. Relax. Okay. So as I mentioned, that transition we're going to use as we, again, review the first 5 movements of the Chen Tai Chi forms. So with these movements, in the 18 posture form, we do those movements, and then we go on to a white goose spreads wings. So the 18 posture form is a essence of the longer Laoja Ilu form. Okay, but when we practice these 5 movements, we can add that transition to change directions. So this may seem a little confusing as we go along because we're turning, but we've been working, over the past many weeks to focus on learning these 5 movements. So I want to put them together in a little bit of a routine. So if you're new, don't worry, just follow along as best you can. If you're comfortable with these first 5 movements, then we're going to learn a new way to practice them so that you can have the repetition that's needed to build skill, but we'll hide that repetition and a little bit of novelty by changing directions. Okay, so first you can follow me. Mirror image. So we'll give you a chance to practice this one in each direction. Okay, so settle into your good Tai Chi posture. So it's often considered more advanced to practice the form in the opposite direction. But if you have someone to follow, it can be easier to make that transition. And it's a good exercise for the brain as well as the body. Lazily tying robes. Six sealing, 4 closing. Single whip. Now here's the transition. We have the Pong Liu silk reeling. We open, we step up, and to pound the mortar. Lazily tying robes. Six sealing, 4 closing. Single whip. Now we go back to pound the mortar. Lazily tying robes. Six sealing, four closing. Single whip. And then normally this is movement 5 of the 18 posture form, and then we go to white goose spreads wings. But this is movement 6 of Lauja Ilu. We go into a second pound the mortar. Then lazily tying robes in Lauja Ilu, be a similar movement, but different. There would be a white goose spreads wings. So this exercise, it's often called the 4 postures to 4 corners, or 4 postures to 4 directions. And then here's the transition again. The Peng Liu silk reeling into pound the mortar. Lazily tying robes. Six sealing, 4 closing. Single whip. And close. And shake out your arms and legs. So don't feel frustrated at all if you had some trouble following along. That's natural and actually to be expected. So one of the reasons for that is that anytime somebody is doing something mirror image, as soon as they turn around, it's not mirror image anymore. So you had the additional challenge of dealing with doing the movements in 2 different directions and trying to follow along while looking over your shoulder at the TV screen that stayed fixed. So this exercise is much easier to learn in a classroom setting where the instructor can move so that you can follow them as you make each direction change. Okay, but let's talk a little bit about why this is such a good exercise. So I made reference to the idea, again, of how repetition is so crucial for developing skill, but repetition, they say is the mother of skill, but I like to add the caution that it's also the mother of boredom. And so one of the important ideas of developing skill is to hide the repetition a little bit, trick the mind so that it looks at it as being fresh. We'd mentioned one of the previous classes, the importance that practice should not just be practice, it should be active practice. Your mind should get engaged. And if you're repeating something over and over till it becomes mindless, the mind checks out. And so now you're not getting the benefit of that mindfulness component of the exercise. It's becoming mindless exercise. And so we want to avoid that in our Tai Chi. So by changing directions, we give ourselves a new perspective And that little trick can make the mind see things as new again, so we can stay actively engaged. Another reason for learning this simple set of movements is that, when you're first learning Tai Chi, the 74 movement Laoja Ilu form can seem very daunting. And in fact, it's often takes several years for somebody to learn that form. Traditional training, it would take 3 to 5 years. Okay, so in the old days, when you spent all of your life in one place, it was easy to make that commitment. But now people, don't live in the same village all of their lives. They don't live in the same city, and so they find a teacher. Then they unfortunately often have to move. So my teacher, Grandmaster Chen Zheng Lei, developed the 18 posture form as a way to distill the essence of the Laoja Ilu form into a shorter format that can be learned in a shorter amount of time, and then give you a routine that you can go out and practice on your own, and that you can take with you, no matter how many times you have to move during your life. And you can work on it, perfect it on your own. But when you're first learning, even 18 movements is daunting. So this idea of having 4 postures to 4 directions. And actually, the very first time we have 5 movements because we have the preparation posture. But after that, the preparation posture isn't repeated. So all you have to do is learn 4 movements, and you can rotate around and do those. Okay, so with the 4 postures to 4 directions, it ends up being a similar amount of work and benefit to the body as the 18 posture form. However, you only have to really learn how to step out to start, and then have 4 postures to do. But within those 4 postures, we're getting the right bow stance of lazily tying robes. We're getting the left bow stance of single whip. We're getting the right foot empty stance of pound the mortar. We're getting the left foot empty stance of 6 ceiling, 4 closing. So we're getting a balanced workout of shifting the weight from side to side. We're circling the arms singly. We're circling the arms doubly. And we're turning through the waist. So the essential benefits of Tai Chi are in this short format. So the one thing that's lacking is that the Laoja Ilu form, practice at a normal, typical speed, is going to take about 15 minutes. And therefore, it provides an aerobic benefit. So a lot of people are surprised that Tai Chi is an aerobic exercise, and it absolutely is. So even though you may not be huffing and puffing and your heart isn't racing, when you look at the biochemistry of what's going on in the body, the oxygen that you're consuming, it is absolutely beyond a doubt an aerobic activity. However, it's understood very commonly that you need 10 to 15 minutes of sustained aerobic activity to get a cardiovascular benefit. When you do the 18 posture form, it doesn't take 15 minutes like Laoja Ilu. It takes 3.5 minutes. So you're not in that range of providing the aerobic activity. And it's similar when you practice the 4 postures to 4 corners. So of course, the solution is to repeat the cycle several times. Okay, so if you do 5 times, 5 complete cycles, then you're getting back into the range of aerobic activity. Okay, so let's go through one more time. This time I'm going to face away, and we're just going to do 2 of the directions. Okay, so we'll start off again in our good ready posture. When we start is the only time that we do preparation. Movement 1. From here on out, each time we repeat, we only do movements 2 through 5, just those 4 movements. 6 ceiling, 4 closing. pound the mortar here. Lazily tying robes. Now, 6 sealing, 4 closing. Single whip. Now, our transition to change directions. We turn 90 degrees. Open, stretch forward, step forward. Pound the mortar. Lazily tying robes. 6 sealing, 4 closing. Single whip. And close. So just those 2 directions that time. Good. And shake out your arms and your legs. Relax a moment. Very good. So try that on your own. Make that transition and then change directions until you can complete a cycle all the way around. And Tai Chi is always full of these paradoxes. Opening becomes closing. When you open one part of the body, open the front, the rear closes. So it's always this balance of yin and yang. And just the way my mind works, it always amused me a little bit that the 4 postures to 4 directions is a simplification. It's a distillation, easier version of the 18 form, for example. However, at the same time, it's actually adding a complexity over the 18 form because it really becomes the first 6 movements of Laoja Ilu. As it adds in that transition and then the next pound the mortar. So it's both a simplification and then also, furthering of the form into the more advanced Laoja Ilu form. So practicing this will also help you develop that transition from when you're ready to go from the 18 posture form to Laoja Ilu. Okay, very good. Looks like maybe Violet's mouse is still acting up, having a little trouble reopening the screen. And as you know, Violet had announced that, with all of the work that's been involved in this production, and as also some states are beginning to open up some, that she's decreasing the number of classes that she's making available per week. And to mention that in Maryland, for example, where we are, for our county, just got the okay last Friday that we can do outdoor classes. So we're still not permitted to do classes in our studio, but we're hoping that in the near future we'll be able to reopen the studio as well. I'm sure Violet, can agree to any of the instructors out there. It's tough being away from your students. Their friends, their family, and you get used to seeing them. And so when you're separated for so long, you really miss them. So I'm looking forward. It's great that we can do these outdoor classes for now, but I'm looking forward to when we can safely return to our regular classes as well.
Okay, well, Billy, can you see me now? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you and see you.
You know, I don't know what's going on. Looks like there is a monster lives within my computer, and my computer has been extremely slow. So while you're teaching, I check on my so-called memory. It was like a 56 gigabyte yesterday, and I just checked. It's only 31. I don't know where did they go. The 25 gigabytes just disappear when it is so low, and my computer is not very, my mouse is not very responsive, and that's why it's just I don't know. And tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow, I can receive my new computer, but it may take a while for me to get it set up, and hopefully next week the class will go better. And thank you very much and for teaching, and I really appreciate it. And as Billy said, we have reduced the class number from 7 times a week to 4 times a week. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And so tomorrow we will not have class, and everyone, and just you can review today's session. And I think today's session is kind of fun. We doing the four corner 拜四方, and it takes a little bit getting used to it. But I think Billy taught us very well how to make that turn, and so people should not have too big a problem. So if you are still kind of confused, just review today's session and tomorrow. So next week when you come, and you will be just like a pro, right? And otherwise, I see everyone Friday. Okay. Thank you so much, Billy. Okay.
All right, Violet. Thank you, everyone. Goodbye.
Okay. Bye. Yeah, I click and